Welcome to Shanghai, one of the fastest growing cities in the world and certainly one of the most dynamic and one of the fastest growing sports in China, without a doubt, motor racing. We welcome you to round 6 of the TCR Asia series. So what do the drivers make of this Formula One circuit?
Yeah, actually in 2004, here is the first race happened in Shanghai. I was a participant in, and also I win use in CTCC Shanghai. So the track for me is quite friendly. Yeah, but I'm still in learning this car. I got more confidence and pushing to the limit. But sometimes struggling in oversteer and understeer. I think conditions has happened in each driver. Yeah. So who can find the secret first? Who can win the race? Yeah.
Stay safe. I mean, definitely coming out from an incident like Shanghai, it's a bit overwhelming coming into a new race. But yeah, I mean, like I said, what's important is the pace and the consistency that we can get. So I'm not too worried about everything else. I just want to be able to have a solid result with everything that's going on.
I believe we have a strong lineup and strong engineer background here in Shanghai. We also have quite a bit of experience in terms of setup here. So I hope we do well. I hope we can get into the top 5.
Well, certainly they've got some experience of the track because round 5 was held here too. Here's some of the highlights. And it started off with the Dongfeng Civics on the front row. Ensler coming through to 3rd place, getting past his teammate Diego Moran. Moran 2nd in the championship going into round 5. Ensler leading the way. First accident involving Alex Way in the number 11. That was damage to his car. Alex Liu taking him out. Pepe Oriola going past Diego Moran and up to 4th place. And while the Macau driver, Alex Liu, was able to recover, sadly, Alex Way had to come back into the pits. Battle at the front continued, Moran and Pepe Oriola. Moran overtook Pepe, and Pepe came straight back at him. And remember now, Pepe Oriola 3rd in the championship, and Moran 2nd, so an important battle, that one. Meanwhile, back at the front, Lloyd finally made his move on his teammate, Martin Shi, and watch this for boldness. Ensler says, okay, and goes straight into 2nd place behind Lloyd, who'd now taken the lead. Closing stages, and Martin Shi still in a battle with this time Pepe Oriola. Pepe getting through on the Chinese driver. And these two went head to head. Martin Quick watching on for Eurasia Motorsport. And a little wiggle there from Pepe allowed Martin Shi to come alongside, and as they crossed the line, Shi had the advantage, but check this out going into the first corner again. Pepe Oriola getting completely sideways as he tried to brake as late as he dared, and through went Martin Shi, and somehow Pepe saved it. But coming to the line with a win of 4 seconds, Daniel Lloyd takes victory in round 5. Well done to the Brit, who wins in the Chinese championship ahead of his teammate Martin Shi in 3rd place. Ensler taking 2nd place and extending his lead in the overall series. And a look at the championship sees Ensler on 113 points to Diego Moran's 96, and Pepe Oriola consolidates that 3rd with 68 points. Daniel Miranda of the Philippines and Eurasia Motorsport still on 52 points, and Kim Jin-soo in 5th place. Let's once again hear from the drivers.
Happy with the performance, and I end up 2nd of the TCR Asia. A shame that I could not fight with Luca because he was too far away. But good because recovery from 9 to 2nd. It's a good recovery, and tomorrow we start in the 1st row. So I guess we will get some good points. I think that the championship is going to be hard because Luca keeps improving the gap. But still, we will never give up, and tomorrow it's another day, and we will try to get the first win of the season.
I was fighting with Oriola, but it was a clean fight, no problem at all. And then, I think the car was not so good at the end. the setup was a bit difficult to drive, and yeah, that was I couldn't recover the positions.
Yeah, I think race 1 in Shanghai was actually a really good one for me. We made up some positions starting from 11th. We ended up finishing the race in 7th overall and 4th in the whole of Asia. I think that's quite a good result for me in terms of what we could achieve in such a short time being here in Shanghai.
At the start, we were playing with a different launching system this time, so I wasn't really well at the start and lost a couple of positions. But then I tried to keep up with the pack, which I think I did, but with 2.5 laps to go left, my turbo was gone, so I was forced to retire early.
So we look ahead now to round 6. Again, perfect conditions here at the Formula One circuit. We are using the full Grand Prix layout. And let's take a look at the grid. Reverse grid for Alex Liu now in pole position. And alongside him, Pepe Oriola, big chance for the Solite Indigo Racing team. Daniel Miranda and KK Wong on row 2. Alex Wei and Luca Ensler on row 3. Then Sonny Wong and Diego Moran. Then it's Daniel Lloyd on the 5th row. He, of course, the winner of round 5. Further down, Li Lin and Guohu Yang. Then Kim Jin-soo and Kenneth Look. Roland Hurtner will start again ahead of Douglas Koo. They'll be fighting it out again in the Cup competition. So here we go then. Green flag waves at the back. Can Pepe Oriola get the start he wants? 3rd in the championship, but he needs a win. Away they go! And yellow flags waving. Somebody stalled. That's Sonny Wong. Stalls from 7th on the grid. And that led to a big moment on board with Diego Moran. And already Alex Lloyd flies past him into turn 1. Here comes Martin Shi as well. And there's contact. Shi comes together with Alex Liu, who started on the front row. The Macau driver already out. Back with Diego Moran, who survived the first 2 turns. And now goes in pursuit of the number 88 of KK Wong. Moran getting the better of KK, who won the competition last time out. But it is Pepe Oriola who leads the way at the moment. 2nd place, and just holding on to 2nd place, Guohu Yang of Eurasia Motorsport. But he's got Luca Ensler all over the back of him. Ensler will try to get past. Doesn't want to lose sight of Pepe Oriola. He knows how good the Spaniard can be once he gets some fresh air. And some interesting lines being taken by the Korean. And Ensler waiting to pounce. And he's under pressure too, because just behind him is Daniel Lloyd. Lloyd got away well. Martin Shi involved in an incident with the Macau driver and is further back in the field with work to do. Here comes Ensler. Textbook overtake up the inside of the left-hander. Nicely done by the German. And he goes up to 2nd place. Here's a look at the start. Now, you just see a little touch there. It was somewhat innocuous, but it was enough to turn him round. Alex Liu. And here's another overtake. This time Daniel Miranda on the outside of the number 20, being overtaken by Luca Ensler. And in fact, Lloyd getting past as well, just before the final corner. So this race settling down. That reverse start always jumbles things up a little bit. Now, the fast men are at the front, and it's Pepe Oriola ahead of Luca Ensler, Daniel Lloyd in 3rd, then Daniel Miranda in 4th position, just ahead of Diego Moran of Ecuador in 5th place. Meanwhile, here comes Martin Shi in the number 55 up the inside in the Civic, trying to make as many places up as possible. His teammate Daniel Lloyd a long way up the road, and you can see Shi involved and embroiled in a big midfield battle here. At the moment, Martin currently in 10th position, and that won't be where he wants to stay at the end of this race. He's still got plenty of time, but he's got a lot of work to do as this field starts to spread out, and he's also getting in a big battle here by the looks of things with Guohu Yang in the number 30. Not giving in easily, quite rightly. And in fact, they're side by side at the moment in this battle for 10th position. Oh, and he won't give in, good for him. And Yang says, hey, I've got my Hyundai and I'm willing to work for my position, albeit only 9th, and again holds off Martin Shi. who just can't get through. And now Adam Khalid's a part of this battle too. Goes wide slightly, the Malaysian, but holds on. And so this isn't what she wanted at all. He wanted to be further up the road by now, but he came together on that first corner. Good crowd here in Shanghai, starting more and more to appreciate motor racing, and they love this form of production racing because it relates to what's on the road in the huge city of Shanghai. And if you ever get the chance to visit this circuit and of course the Shanghai city, it really is a wonder to behold. Slight lock up there by one of the Liquid Molly men. She still trying to battle, and he's making his way through, but it's gradual. Into the last turn. That's the other Seoul Light runner of Kim Jin-soo, the Korean, holding off She just for now as they come across the line. The power in a straight line. Slight different balance of performance in the Chinese Championship versus TCR Asia. And it's the Civics in a straight line, definitely a missile. But look at this six-way battle for top 10 honours. And it's starting to get a little busy. She trying to tiptoe his way through. Meanwhile, back at the front, it looks as though Pepe Oriola has got the control of this race, but it's close, as you can see. The top three as we go on board with second place, Luca Ensler. Ensler been racing in Europe, and Pepe Oriola choosing to race in Asia for the first time. And back with Diego Moran. He's got his own battle with the Eurasia Motorsports' Daniel Miranda of the Philippines. Now, Pepe Oriola under pressure now from Ensler. The question is, where will the German try to attack him? And if he doesn't get it right, Daniel Lloyd's poised perfectly. Oh, Philip de Souza in the Audi. The Macau driver out of round 6. Luckily, he's parked it up. That must be a mechanical. Back with Diego Moran as he tries to get past Miranda. He's got a good drive on him. He's got a run on him. And this, the obvious overtake into the penultimate corner. And Moran will go through. Textbook stuff. But Miranda not giving in easily, is he? And they're side by side. Whoa, oh, they touch. Whoa, and that's, wow, dramatic stuff. And Daniel Miranda, the youngster, not holding back. Moran knows he's in a fight. And they're still side by side as they cross the line. Well, this is going to go all the way to the first, if not second corner. And through go the leaders. This is the battle for fourth place, remember. And finally, Moran's got the better line into turn 1 and will try to go as wide as he can and hold off the young Filipino, who is racing superbly. Diego Moran has raced for the last 4 years in this championship. So knows the circuits, knows the cars. And Daniel Miranda, just a youngster starting out, but really, really looking good so far. So Moran has made it stick. Here's another look. They did touch, look. And away came Miranda. Good fight. Now, Ensler's got the lights on, and he means business. Can he get past Pepe Oriola? Pepe needs this victory. He's yet to win in Asia. And for a man who was the youngest ever winner of a TCR race, I think that was for Seat, when he was about 16. He really needs to win in Asia for the first time and get his championship back on track. He's third at the moment in the championship, and he's gradually scoring points. He hasn't had a bad start. He just hasn't had that successful a start. And if he could just increase his tally, start of the weekend with 68 points, he stays where he is. He'll move up the board and get closer to Diego Moran, who's further back, as you can see. Moran trying to catch up with this group in the lead. And of course, Lloyd's points in third place count only for the China Championship. So the battle at the front is for TCR Asia. And Moran will want to get as close to it as he can. The man's second in the championship at the moment. on 96 points. And Ensler looking for a way, waiting for a mistake. This is as close as he's been to the Soul Light Man. Both identical cars, and Ensler's motivation against Pepe. He knows that Pepe is considered one of the best drivers in the world. Ensler is trying to follow in his footsteps and go to TCR International and make it as a star there, just as Pepe has done. So every time he can beat Pepe, it shows him, it shows the rest of the world, and I suppose more importantly, his father, Franz, a two-time Asian champion and a world touring car star as well, that he has what it takes to follow in his father's footsteps. Remember, Franz Ensler still running the team. Oh, and Luca, very, very tight to that left-hander, going over the rumble strip, throwing up the dirt and muck. And he's definitely eyeing up a position, and Lloyd is also seeing his opportunity as these two fight. We've got a great three-way fight for the lead here. But at the moment, Pepe Oriola of Spain leads Germany's Luca Ensler, and from Huddersfield in Great Britain, it's the current TCR UK champion, Daniel Lloyd. Lloyd, of course, winner of round 5 in the Civic, helping his chances of winning the Chinese TCR Championship this season. Now, Moran has definitely pulled away from Miranda. Got some clean air, and he'll go in pursuit now of the leading trio. And again, down to the obvious overtake. Ensler jinks to the inside. He's not close enough, I don't think. Pepe holds the line, turns in nice and high, and just reaches the apex at the perfect spot. And that's why he's keeping the gap between himself and Ensler. Last corner. Good drive out of here, and a mistake by Pepe there as he puts one wheel on the asphalt. A bit out to that corner, and it's a little slippy on that asphalt. But luckily, the dry conditions here, and this is as close as Ensler's been. Into turn 1 they go. Puff of smoke as through the gearbox goes Pepe. Here comes Ensler, he's side by side, and something's got to give. Ensler's got the advantage now. He'll try and close him down. Pepe goes on the grass and loses out to the German. Great maneuver by Luca Ensler, and that's exactly what he was looking to do on the Spaniard, and just alerting the world that he has come to play with the big boys. And Luca Ensler takes the lead. Daniel Lloyd looking for his chance maybe for an overtake on Pepe Oriola, but these three have been together the whole race. But that was Luca's chance at turn 1, and he made it stick. Nicely done by the young German. As we go back with Pepe Oriola in the number 74 in second place. This is his view. Now he just needs to build again before the end of this race and hopefully make one more attack on Ensler. Big season for Hyundai. Got some very good young drivers, and Luca Ensler in that young driver program, trying to prove to Hyundai he's worth the factory punt. Of course, Daniel Miranda also in that young driver program for Hyundai. Here's another look at the overtake. Well, Pepe knew it was coming, but then ran out of road quite literally as the door got closed by Ensler. That was good driving though by Ensler. Look, he doesn't actually go off the circuit, he stays on. So the stewards can't say anything wrong about that maneuver at all. And talking of overtaking, here comes Adam Khaled in the Liqui Moly number 4. Ooh, a little touch there on the number 88 of KK1. And Adam Khaled also doing a really good job, the young Malaysian this season. Back comes KK. And this is the battle for 8th position. And time running out though. And if it stays this way, the points would look like this. Ensler would move to 138. Diego Moran would stay second with 111. And Pepe Oriola would narrow the gap to Diego Moran with another good result. He's second at the moment, and that would move him to 86 points and, frankly, put him back into contention because he's only a few points off catching Diego Moran. But the Ensler team will hold station, I'm sure, and battle together But right now, Luca Ensler is on his way to another brilliant weekend. Didn't do as well in qualifying as he usually does. Had a few problems, but recovered well and got some excellent starts off the line, especially in round 5. And here he is again, leading the way. Now Martin Shi coming through, and he's made it up to, what, 10th position now? So he's had to fight all the way, has Martin. He's got through to the top 10, and it's that big crowd that want him to do well. Back with the leaders. Dust flying up from Pepe Oriola on Daniel Lloyd, who's closed the gap on the Spaniard. And Ensler, if anything, has got a... Oh, no! Stay ahead and stay stopped. That's the 55 of Martin Shi. And he is out of round 6. And he made quite a few places up. But Ensler definitely pulling away at the front. He's got 2 or 3 car lengths. Here comes Lloyd. Last chance for the Brit. Into the penultimate corner, but he won't do it. Ensler's going to march on to victory here. He's got the gap he needs. And it looks as though Pepe Oriola is going to take one of his best results of the season, a 2nd place. But there's no stopping. Another double for Luca Ensler. Brilliant stuff as he takes the checkered flag. Ensler wins again. Pepe Oriola of Spain is in 2nd place. And 3rd place once again on the podium, the Dongfeng Civic of Daniel Lloyd. So 2 great races from Shanghai, and the championship is starting to change a little bit with Pepe Oriola having probably the best of the weekends outside of the obvious Luca Ensler double. But it's Ensler who will get the advantage. So confirmation of the result. Luca Ensler, Pepe Oriola and Daniel Lloyd on the podium. Diego Moran in 4th place, the man 2nd in the championship. Miranda of the Philippines 5th. And then Huang Chu-han in 6th place ahead of Alex Wei and KK Wong. KK Wong once again winning the cup competition over Roland Hurtner and Douglas Koo. DNF sadly for Martin C and Li Lin, as well as Philip de Souza. So onto the podium again, and it's starting to look like another big season for the young German, following in the footsteps of his multiple champion father, France. Luca Ensler wins again here in TCR Asia. Let's head down to the press conference and hear from the top 3.
Yeah, the tire degradation today was really good. Yesterday we struggled a bit, but we made some really small changes on the setup, which worked out amazing. And I was sitting in the car and was like really smiling the whole time because the car was just simply perfect today. And the tire were dropping a bit, but not that much like yesterday. And I think that was the key why we won the race today.
If I say my opinion, I will get in trouble. So better I don't say anything. Just it was a fair battle. He was fair. He overtook me without touching or anything, but I could just not do anything else. The race was hard because I was pushing from the beginning, but unfortunately I missed some speed and I could not give anything else.
I had a really good start off the line and a really good first lap. I think I was into P4, P3 the next lap, and things were looking really good. So obviously won TCR China as well, which was the main thing. But the best thing about the weekend is the Dongfeng Honda racing team give me a perfect car. Really, really good. So very happy with this weekend.
So as the sun sets, we take a look at the championship. After 6 rounds now, Luca Ensler has 138 points, Diego Moran with 111, but Pepe Oriola is starting to become a contender. He now has 86 points. Daniel Miranda still 4th place. And a great victory once again from KK Wong in the cup competition ahead of Roland Hurtner and Douglas Koo. Well done also to Kim Jin-soo of Korea. So plenty of action from round 6, including that stall from Sunny One right from the start. Touches, a little bit of grass tracking, but it's all Luca Ensler taking that smile off Pepe Oriola's face. We'll see you next time for more action. From me, Jonathan Green, until next time, goodbye for now.